Hi everyone, it's Sally, aka Craftin' Gal Sal, and I have a mess on my craft table. I have been having fun making embellishments to put on cards. Here's a couple that I actually have already mounted on some cards, but I've just been using scraps, using little flowers and things that I've had for years that have been hiding in little boxes that I just forget about. And so I decided that I wanted to just try to pull some of this stuff out and put it together so that I can have some embellishments already made that will go on some cards. So let me show you a few of the things that I have put together. So here's one. I've got all these little tags, these blank tags that I bought at Joann's, and they've just been sitting and doing nothing. They're from Ms. Sparkle and Company. So you may have some stuff like that sitting around just waiting to be used. So that's what this is. The back is that one of those tags, and one of my friends sent me a whole bunch of stamped sentiments that have just been locked up in this bucket here that I've had all kinds of odds and ends and scraps in. And so I decided to pull some of those out and use some gems. This flower, I had a bunch of these flowers. I think they probably came from Hobby Lobby a few years ago. And I just had them in a box that I totally forgot about. Paper, scraps of paper that I hang on to in this bucket right here. Here's my little scraps of paper bucket that just sits on a table behind me that just sits there, and usually I don't do anything with it. So shame on me for not doing anything with it. Here's another one I made on a tag. So this could be a gift tag just itself, just attach it to a gift. Or, you know, like I said, just you can put them right onto a card and turn it into a card. So another one, I had these cute little bubbly things. They've got a liquid inside them and some sparkles, and I got those at the Dollar Tree, I don't know, a couple years ago. Never used them. And so here's one. It looks like the liquid came out of this one, or maybe it didn't ever have any liquid. I'm not sure. The scallop punches are just, look, I have a bunch of them already punched out, never use them. So I thought this is the time I'm going to start using some of these things. And let's see, here's another one that I made. It doesn't have any words on it. I used one of those little flowers that have been sitting around, a scallop circle, some scrap paper, more scrap paper that I just fashioned into a little tag there. This one, I had done a bunch of cards where I needed to punch out a circle. They were shaker cards. And so the paper is two-sided paper. And these are the circles that I didn't use, that I just had extra. So this Be Happy was from that bunch that I got in Happy Mail. I had these little glittery chipboard things that I bought a long time ago. I was making a wedding card or an anniversary card, something like that. Here it is. And so I bought these a long time ago, used a couple of them, and then just kind of forgot about them. They've just been sitting, doing nothing. So that's how I put that one together. And this one, actually, was the last one that I made the other night. Not last night, but the night before. And I really struggled with this one, putting this one together. I was having a hard time. It took me forever. And then I started on another one, and I ran out of creativity. So I said, that's it. I called it a night and I left it alone. I haven't looked at any of this for 24 hours. So hopefully my creativity is back. And when I first sat down to do the video, I pulled out this paper that I just recently used for those other cards that I showed you. And I thought, you know, I kind of like that behind there. So I think I may do something with that today. Anyway, so here's that one. This one, I like this one. I ended up really liking this one a lot. Just some paper from my small scrap stash, and I fringed it, turned a couple other pieces into little banners or tags, used one of those funny looking flowers that I have. Have a great day. That was from my friend in Happy Mail. Butterfly paper behind there from my stash. One of these circles that I had punched out from, I don't know, years ago. And this one right here, this is just some gray cardstock. It's textured. It's really pretty. I love it. But it wasn't big enough for a full circle. So I used my punch, and I ended up getting about 3/4, maybe a half. And so I thought, well, you know, I can still use that. I'll just cover up the space that didn't actually get punched with the other things. So that's how that turned out. And I really like that one. This one, very simple, made some fringe with that same gray paper. Had some funny looking ballerina paper in there. I don't know, I shouldn't say, but anyway, but I loved the colors, and so I just punched a piece of the scrap into the circle and used a flower. These flowers came in, they look like, I believe they're from Dollar Tree, and so I had them in my stash and had really never used them. So that's that. And just made a couple little banners behind there. So I like that one. This one's, I used one of those circles again. It looks like I need to add a little more glue because it's kind of, I maybe didn't get enough glue on there. I curled up the edges of this paper here. Just a few odds and ends. One of my friends in Happy Mail gave me this pretty glittery paper, but they were circles. And I'll show you one. Here's an example. This is just like a yellow glittery paper. So they were circles. So I got my punch out, this one here, and just punched. I put the little circle right in there and punched out some pretty flowers because I loved that gold glittery paper that she sent. I had some word stickers that I haven't gotten out in a zillion years and decided to put one of those on there. Just used my odds and ends, okay? This blue that's mounted on some blue sparkle paper actually is left over. I had this big long strip made and had used several pieces of it. And so this little section was just sticking, it was just down in that bucket. I think there might be one or two more in there. So it was already glued together like that. So I just grabbed it and threw it on here and kind of liked the way it looked. So there's that one. I'm going to hold that one to put more glue on. This is one that I made the other night where my creativity was waning. And so I put it together. Not sure if I like it. I think it'll look fine on a certain card. Maybe it'll just be on a pocket, some kind of a pocket envelope type thing. But I'm not sure about that one. This one I like. It's this paper that it's on. It's a cardstock. Is from one of my favorite packs that I have. It's got glitter on it. It's got browns and pinks and greens, and so I really like that one. Just put together some little tags that I made and paper, fringed the paper, just had fun with that one. This one is pretty simple. One of my crafty friends sent me this die cut, the cut part, in Happy Mail, and it's coffee, you know, with some hearts coming up in the steam. And I liked it, but I always thought, how am I going to use that? What am I going to do with that? So finally, here it is. It's on a gift tag, and you can maybe see that shimmery glitter stuff. I used my Jelly Roll pen to do that. I just kind of traced around the inside so it adds some shimmer to it. The Just For You was something that I had already made. I had it already pre-stamped. I had it already on that blue paper background. It was finished, just waiting to do something with it, and it was also in that tub of my small scraps. So I found it, I liked it, thought it looked good with this, so there we go. There's a gift tag. And then this was the one that the last one that I was trying to put together the other night, and I was done. I couldn't think any farther, and so hopefully maybe I'll be able to put something on this today. So, and I guess I had this out thinking maybe this would look good, and I do, now that I see it, I do kind of like it. So let's see what I can do with this one. I think... And then I also, today, before I started the video, I have another stash that's just words. And so I thought, well, you know what? Let me grab some of these word things out and maybe I can use those today. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to look inside, see what I have in this bag. And... I don't know about you, but this weather has been pretty nasty around here. We are in West Virginia, and there have been power outages in West Virginia, but none, I mean, I think our town was good. So... Oh, it looks like my husband's home now, and he let the dogs upstairs. So now I have a dog in my room. Please excuse the noise that might have occurred just now. So, yes. These are just all rainy days, so I don't think I'm going to use that. All right. Things are falling everywhere. So Hilbert is looking for something to eat, I'm sure. You Are My Happy. I like that one. Maybe I'll use that one. Never Give Up. I kind of like that one. Okay, let's take a look at this, see what we've got. You Are My Happy. And I'm going to trim that up like this. All right. That's okay with me. And now I'm going to use one of my alcohol markers and go around the edges of this. I just like the way it looks. It finishes it off and also gives it a very thin border. And depending on what it's mounted on, that can help it to stand out. I'm also going to go around the edge of this in the same color because it is a matching coordinating color. So let's see what I can do with this one. When I make these, I have in mind really cards. I don't really make them with just a gift tag in mind. So that's my thinking, is that it will eventually go on a card. But you never know. And as long as I leave them this way, I can have that choice. You know, if I go ahead and mount it onto a card, now I just have a card. So I think I am going to just kind of leave these alone. All right, now I've got some words. I've got a little scallop. What else can I put on there? Maybe I can use one of these. These bows were in a group of, oh, I like that. That's a good match. They were in a bag. My daughter, one of our daughters, our youngest daughter, got me for Mother's Day 2 or 3 years ago. And she found this bag, like a gift bag, a great big gift bag. And it was full of scrapbooking supplies. So that's where these bows came from. And I had never used them. This came from there. This came from that bag. These came from the bag. There were papers, there were stickers, there were charms, just all kinds of stuff. There was a lot of stuff for baby, infant, like newborn things like that. There was a lot of that in there. So basically, I gained a newborn baby birthday baby shower stash just like that. Just no trouble at all. I kind of like this little bird too. Maybe I can put the little bird on there somehow. I'm going to cut him out. I'm just going to go like that. Maybe I can round the edges. So I've got this little punch that helps with rounding edges. I think it came with this, this punch came with an envelope maker. It's a handy dandy tool if you want to make your own envelopes, or it also helps you to make little boxes and things like that. But I mostly use it for the tool, for that punch tool. That's mostly what I do with it. Okay, so let's see what I have. I've got the cute little birdie. I've got a bow. I have some words. And now that I put the birdie on there with that bow, I'm not sure I like it, but you know what? I might just keep it anyway. I'm thinking maybe not the bird. I do kind of like that bird. Maybe not the bow. Maybe put the bow up. Oh, there we go. I like that better. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to do that. So, and I don't really have any rhyme or reason. Trying to not put a lot of thought into it because I do tend to overthink things like this. I think I'll bring it down a little bit on there. Okay. And I think I'll make it, yeah, I'm gonna angle it. Put some more on here. So I hope that watching this video kind of gives you a little inspiration to go into your stash. Grab out some of those things that you never do anything with. Things you didn't think you'd ever do anything with. I'm gonna put this up on some kind of paper. So now let's find something. Yeah, so challenge yourself. Basically, this is a I challenged myself to do this. So sometimes you just have to do that. And this is one of those times for me. I have so much. I've been blessed with so much. I am a teacher. I have a nice job that allows me to be able to, and my husband, and but that allows me, if I want to go buy some craft things, I can go buy them. So I recognize that I'm very blessed, and God's just been so good to me. And so instead of running out and buying more, I decided it's time for me to just start using using the things that I have. So that's what this is all about, folks. That is why I decided to do this. Plus, I had some snow days home from school. You would have thought that I would have worked on this more than just 2 days, but I didn't. I was making cards, I was doing some other things, and I was working from home. You know, having meetings with my students and grading papers and things like that. Okay, I'm going to pop this up, and that might be too thick. Here we go. Some of this foam tape. Gotta love the foam tape. Anyway, so we had an actual snow day where the kids were off. They didn't have to do any work. Teachers were off. And so that's really when I decided to do my challenge here. So you are my happy, and I'm gonna use some art glitter glue to glue this one down. All right. I think this one might end up being a gift tag. All right. You are my happy. I think we need some more stuff on this one. Let's see, what else can I do? Okay, I'm going to show you how I made some of these little flowers. So here's one of those circles that my crafty friend, I think these might have come from Margie. I think Margie's the one that sent me those. So I'm going to get two little flowers out of that circle. All right. So there's my flowers. Yes, we definitely needed a few more things on this one. So I think it's going to go something like that. All right, put a little art glitter glue on there. And I'm going to kind of tuck it under here a little bit. Okay, and then this one's going to go down on the other end. Kind of a mix match of materials and supplies. Not sure about the bow, that may come off, but for now I'm going to leave it. And those bows were hard for me I just have had a hard time figuring out how to use the bows. Here's one of the other bows that I've used from that pack. So it's just not something that I normally use. So it makes it difficult for me to visualize it. So there's that one, and I can add a string to that. Let's see. I wanted to add some glue to this one. All right. Just kind of put some glue down in there. I don't know, maybe I just used the tape runner on that, and maybe that's why it came up, because the art glitter glue sticks, and it sticks now. I mean, it really doesn't take long. It's very fast drying. All right, so there's that one fixed. And let's see, what can I get into next? I think I want to do something with one of these bigger words. So I'm going to grab this tag, and I like this darker color. I'm going to go around the outside of this. And I hope that in the comments below that you leave me a comment about using your stash, or if this has helped you, if it's given you any ideas on what you could be doing with your stash. Have you challenged yourself lately to use things that you normally wouldn't use? So please leave me some kind of a comment and let me know what's up. I love that paper. Okay, let's see. I have, sorry, I hope I didn't move that. I have this, thank you so much. I can move that out of the way. That might help me feel better soon. That pretty color, like salmon color. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to use that one. Thank you. So this, again, this one could be easily used as a gift tag or a card. So either one will work. Thank you. People always need a thank you card. Those seem to be the ones I use the most, are thank yous. Okay, let's see. Can that one go in this circle? Or maybe I need to use my scallop punch. So let me grab my 2-inch scallop and see if that will. Yep. Whoa. Let's see. Come on. See me fooling around with this. Here we go. Okay. There's that. And I can see that I clipped off a little bit here on this scallop right there, but that's no problem because I can just put some kind of embellishment on there. All right, so I've got that. Let me find, let's get one of these markers and go around the edge. Whoa. So my husband has been taking my dad and my brother, and the three of them have been going to breakfast on Saturday mornings, and Dad's usually not ready to go until about 10. So that's where they were this morning, and I really should have come upstairs immediately, knowing that I would have plenty of time before Gary got home, but I didn't. I was working on some other things on the computer downstairs, so it was kind of late by the time I got up here, and I should have known that he was going to come home and just come right upstairs and open the door, bring the dogs in. But you know what? That's life, folks. That's real life around my house. Okay, so there's that. Thank you. It's always good to send out thank yous. And I've got some of these pretty little flowers. So let's see. Let's dig into my paper. And I'm just going to kind of bring it here off to the side. It's kind of a big bucket, so there's not a whole lot of room. And I love that paper. So that's got all my colors that I need. Here's more of that butterfly paper. Maybe I'll use some of that. So, okay. So, see, there's my bucket. All right, let's start. I'm going to start with this background and So do I want to use that with mostly the orange? Do I want to get, I think I want to get both colors in there. Okay, so I'm just going to use the edge of this tag to help me cut that paper. So there's that. And now I'm going to want it about right there. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit and cut this edge. And there I have both of my colors represented in my background paper. All right, so let's go ahead and edge around that. And you could use ink, just some one of your favorite inks to do this with one of those ink blotters, and I've used that technique before. You might want to smudge it up a little bit. All right, so there's that. Here's my thank you, and I think I'm going to pop that up off of the background. And I think I'm going to use both colors, the blue and the pink. Okay, let's get this down. I'm just going to use my tape runner. All right. And it doesn't matter to me which color is up, which color is down. All right, there's that. My thank you is going to go kind of in the middle. And remember, I need to cover that side up with something. So let's see, will I be able to, here's a thought. How about if I do something like that and put my flower over here? Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so this time I'm going to use my wider foam tape and put a couple of these strips of these back here. All right. All right, I'm going to go something like that. And now I'm going to put one of these flowers here. So it's already got a little foam tape on the back, but I like to put a couple dabs of the art glitter glue down to help make sure it stays there. And yep. Just like that. That one's really, really simple, but I need some glitter because I like glitter. So I'm going to use my jelly roll, okay? And it's really just, it's a pen, and you just, use it as you would a pen, and it just leaves a nice line of clear ink. I guess it's ink, but it has glitter in it. So I just love it. It helps me add glitter to exactly where I want to add the glitter. So there's that. And I like it. And sometimes less is more, so that one's a simple one. Can put some string on there. Let's see, how about this light blue? Put a little piece of string on that, and actually this is hemp twine, and this will be ready to attach to a gift. You can just write on the back of it, you know, who you're going to write it, who you're giving the gift to, and then your name on the back. Something like that. So that's it. Pretty simple. I used pieces from my stash. I improvised, and that's it. Okay, so that I'm probably going to work on some more of these today. But I'm gonna stop my video, so I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some inspiration on how to use things from your stash that you've been holding on to and haven't done anything with. So get out there, experiment, challenge yourself. You're going to end up with some things that you don't really like, and that's okay. Just come back to it later. Like this one, I'm not sure about that bow. So anyway, I know I'll come back to this later and think about it and maybe come up with some other ideas. But so do it. Challenge yourself. Have some fun in your craft room. Try not to overthink it, and just make up some fun little embellishments that you can either use as a gift tag, or that later you can put right down on a card and you'll be done. So anyway, I hope you subscribe to my channel. And please leave a comment, and until the next time, happy crafting. Bye.